What's going on, guys? Your boy Amazing. We're back with another video, and in today's video guys, me doing the Chaos Battle team building guide and showing you guys what teams you can actually build with the point thresholds that we have on global. And obviously these are going to change throughout the week, guys, so I'm just going to give you guys some ideas in terms of what teams you want to be kind of building for, since they're going to be pretty good depending on the day it is and how the points are going to be laid out. So hopefully this is usable throughout the entire week of Chaos Battle and when it's all available. So let's hop in here, guys, and let's discuss. Before we actually hop in though, definitely make sure to like and subscribe. I definitely do appreciate all the support, guys. And with that out of the way, let's hop in and talk Chaos Battle. So as you guys know, Chaos Battle has been out for only like a day now. We have 2 weeks of this mode being out, and for you guys that don't know what Chaos Battle is, pretty much what it is that it's going to be a point threshold team setup, pretty much, right? So the team setting limit is going to be 5,000, and as you guys can see from this team that I have right here, it's 4,500 out of 5,000. And obviously this is going to depend on the day, so you guys are probably watching this tomorrow, because I'm recording this the first day it came out, pretty much. But you guys might be watching this tomorrow and are like, oh, amazing, this character is not actually on the team that you're able to run. And so what I'm going to try and do in this video is try and recommend team comps that you guys can run, even if there is some like interchanging between some of the characters. I'll give you guys a basis of why you want to be building that team specifically. So the first team let's talk about is going to be the Catastrophe Team. So depending on the team that you have set up, this can just be any Catastrophe Team, guys. So what you want to do, first things first, go to the characteristics section and go to Catastrophes and kind of build a team using this. Now, as you guys can see, for the characters we have on the team here, we have Jenna as our backline, we have Blue Awakened Lilia, we have Blue Awakened Mono, and then we have Madness Roxy. Now, the reason why we're rocking this setup right here in terms of this team is because we're trying to go for a very, very tanky yet very damage dealing team here in terms of just going first and dealing damage. So Lilia here, as you guys know from her Holy Relic, builds up basic stats whenever she applies debuffs, and we're going to be easily able to do that with the AoE that she has, since she applies the debuff with that. And we are also running Green Sariel Link on her to apply an extra debuff. And this debuff is really good because Mono has an AoE weak point skill, which is going to do a lot of damage. Obviously, 3 times damage against debuffed enemies. And she also does, I think it's for her, yes, for her passive here, she's actually going to give basic stats to the team, guys. So that's going to be very, very strong as well, right, for PvP. So yeah, definitely going to be really good. And then Roxy is your main character on the team that you're going to be running, guys, because she is the main damage dealer. And the reason why we're running Roxy here is because she does the additional damage whenever she crits. And this is for the entire team as well. So if, let's say Lilia is able to crit, right, which she usually doesn't, but like, let's say she was able to crit on her single target, she would do a little bit extra damage because of Roxy. And with the attack related stats from Jenna in the backline, you're probably going to be critting. Now, in terms of alternatives for this team, Blue Shin is a really good option, and I've seen people run him. Blue Shin actually does give attack related stats, and you would just swap him with Lilia. He's going to be pretty good. He's obviously like one of the newer characters. Another character you could run as well would be either the Green Shin, or you could go with even the Eastern, right, like the Summer Eastern, right, because she's able to, depending on the amount of debuffs on the enemy here, guys, able to increase your pierce rate, crit chance, and crit damage. So do you have a lot of flex like options you can run, and the only time I would say you want to swap out a character is for this slot. Mono and Roxy definitely stays, and then if Jenna is eventually swapped out because she gets 2 ion points, then you would just put a different backline supporting character. It could be, for tanking, you could run this Eastern right here, which gets you damage reduction per orb. You could do the other Eastern, I think the where is it, the red Eastern, like she could be a pretty good backline as well. Yeah, this one right here, right, because you get single target damage reduction, right? So it obviously depends on like the entire team setup, guys, but this is pretty much my first team idea. And obviously, guys, again, it's going to be different depending on the day in terms of the point thresholds, but if you're able to make any of these team variations, you should do pretty good. So let's hop into the next team here. Alright, guys, so this would be the next team here that we would actually be running, guys, and this is going to be the Fairy Team here. Now, as you guys can see, we are able to run this team, and we are running Red Gloxinia instead of LR Gloxinia, and the main reason for that, guys, is look at the point, difference right here. So this is going to be a kind of a trend maybe in the first few days of, running Chaos Battle. The points for these might change again, guys, so that's like another thing you have to think about when, building teams here. But, yeah, Red Glox can be run on the team because he's only 500 points. Hellbrim Hellbrim can be run as your backline, because remember that regardless of the Hellbrim it is, they always have this Holy Relic that gives 20% basic stats. So even if, like, let's say, you know, because when I search up the Hellbrim here, guys, like when we search them up, you can see green Hellbrim's 900, right? But the red one's 500, and then the blue one's also not 500 as well. So depending on, you know, which one gets put up as higher points, you could swap them out for the other, and vice versa, right? You guys get the idea. So whatever Hellbrim for backline you can try and run, if they are all 500 or more, whatever the case, try and fit them in. And yeah, the basis of this team though, guys, is it's just like the fairy team you'd normally run. Jelly King here for big damage. You have a lane to apply the debuff, give you the attack related up, and Gloxinia is here because of his Holy Relic. That's the main reason, because he is actually giving stats on this, right? In PvP, basic stats for fairy allies, you get critical chance, critical damage. So yeah, like this is going to be a pretty good, you know, comp right here. And even though this is not the LR Gloxinia, you know, obviously LR Gloxinia is giving a little bit more to the team. Red Gloxinia is still a very solid character, and because you're running him with this team setup, you are able to do just a ton of damage regardless, right? Which is going to be very, very good, guys. So this is another team recommendation I have. And in terms of, like, you know, flex options, again, if you can't run this Elaine, you run the other Elaine, right? Like, I think she's still pretty good, the blue one. You know, if you don't have Jelly King, then maybe you can run Chad King, right? So that's kind of the idea though, guys. You want to like switch them out. So like, yeah, maybe Chad King actually doesn't fit because he's too much, but let's say like maybe like this King right here, you know, the other Small Wings King, he could be pretty decent on it too with the blue Elaine. So there is that option as well. But yeah, guys, that is the second team that I have there that I wanted to mention. Let's hop into the next team here. Alright, guys, so the next team here is going to be the Demon King, and any character that is a demon slash commandment character. So right now, as of recording this video, we have Malasula, and we do also have Blue Derriere, which are very low point option characters. So you guys can actually run these two right now and still have 500 left to run a backline, which is pretty good. You know, obviously this is probably going to change throughout the, you know, the coming days here, and you know, maybe the team comp changes, but the idea here is, guys, is that you're running any demon character that can fit that 500 points. So, you know, Monsby you can slap in there, you know, Malasula, you can do, you know, like this Melly is going to be a really good backline, actually. He's going to be really, really good, because he's doing the basic stats for you guys that don't know. He kind of acts as like a Nanashi backline, but for only basic stats when you have 2 or less skills, right? Which is actually, you know, pretty good for the Demon team. But yeah, no, Derriere, Malasula are the ones that are used right now. And then the Demon King, that's actually a really, really strong team. 5,000 on the dot. But obviously, again, as I mentioned, guys, if this does change, then you're going to have to swap it out. You know, you might have to run Red Monspeed. You might have to run, you know, like maybe Red Estarossa, right? You might have to run Bellion, right? Just kind of ideas though, guys. Like this is what you're gonna want to maybe do. And yeah, I mean, depending on the day and how much the points are for these characters, if you're gonna want to run Demon King, you gotta run a bunch of demons alongside him. That's how you're gonna get the most benefit out of the DK himself. So yeah, that's another team variant that I wanted to mention as well, guys. And yeah, let's hop into the next team. Alright, guys, now with the next team here, this is kind of just like the actual Demon King. This is with Demon King Meliodas though, and now with Demon King Melly, you can pretty much do the exact same thing as you do with DK. But except with Demon King Melly, you can run pretty much any characters here that fit the bill. As long as you're running, you know, characters that are 500 points each, then you can actually make this work fairly well. And the idea that I got on stream today, or yesterday, I guess, because, you know, as the day I'm recording this, but yeah, no, on stream, I was able to use a setup here, which is kind of like the DK variant where we run demons. But yeah, I mean, it was a way where I could get triple AoE. So just an idea for you guys, just you know, give you guys some ideas here in terms of team comps. But like, look at this, right? We have Malasula AoE, Monspeed AoE, Melly AoE, boom, and they're all dead, right? Like that's one of the comps, and you can run Red Zelda's backline today, which is crazy. So obviously, again, guys, I mentioned this how many times in the video that these will change, and this is not always going to be the team you're going to be able to run. I'm just giving you guys ideas, okay? So that's kind of the idea. Yeah, no, so like literally Melly with any of the demons here. Now, like for Sins, I don't know how many options we have for Sins. Actually, I never like tried a Sins variant of this team, but I definitely think it could work. I mean, it depends on the characters you could slot in here, but I mean, yeah, like Jelly King has an AoE, you could run, or a Small Wing King, I mean, you could run him, right? You could run who else has an AoE here that's 500, right? Let's see here. Okay, we have another King. We could do a Diane, right? Like you could do like the Giant Diane. She has another AoE skill as well, guys. And then for your backline here, it would just be, you know, whoever you can kind of slot in. I don't really know what other character you could actually slot in here, actually. I guess your backline would have to be, like, you know, maybe just red Zeldris from the demon thing, and then just run a commandment on melee, just so you get some extra basic stats, right? Like, that could be a good idea, because remember that melee can actually take the you know, commandment of any character you're running, and then you can just run Zeldris backline, and you can get, what is that? On his passive, you get 6 per each hero in the battle with the commandment, so you get, what is that, 6% basic stats, which is pretty good, right? So, definitely take advantage of that. Yeah, I mean, what else could we do here as well? Yeah, no, not too many options though, guys. I actually, wait, you know, this Merlin could be pretty good actually too, because she has the shock, and for King as well. Wait, this could be some good synergy actually, right? Because she has the shock debuff on her first skill right here, right? Shock. And King obviously benefits from that, so you would have AoE melee, boom. And then your backline could just be anybody, guys. So that's like just another idea there. But yeah, just to give you guys some ideas though, man, this is like the type of team comps you're going to be running with the Demon King melee. Let's move on to another team here, guys, and we'll discuss what else you can run. Alright guys, so this is another team here that you can run. Now it's kind of similar to the Catastrophe team we showed at the beginning, guys, but pretty much what this team is for is a full human team, and you're benefiting because of Yuri. As remember, Yuri is able to give you basic stats, and that is pretty much the main reason we're rocking this kind of variant here. And remember that Yuri is able to seal people with her attack cards, guys, whenever they get to the max Rose Shinsu stacks. So you can actually attack, disable a lot of the characters in the metagame that are playing Chaos Battle that have AoEs. You can seal all of them, and that is actually a very, very good tech running Yuri on my free-to-play account right now. This is pretty much the team I'm running, guys. And yeah, I mean, it's interchangeable though. Like Shin, you could obviously run the green one, right? Like if I didn't have the blue one, run the green one. And then Brunhild here, if I didn't have this Brunhild, you could actually run the green Brunhild anyway, just to deal with what's it called? You actually run the green Brunhild just to deal with the Demon King melees, because there's a lot of those Demon King melees in the meta right now, guys. But this is the team that I'm rocking on my free-to-play account, so I thought I would just mention this team, as it is another option you guys can run. But yeah, let's move on to the final team that I think people are going to be running in the meta, guys. So let's hop in. Alright guys, so the final team that I'm going to have here is going to be the Goddess variant. So pretty much any team, guys, that you can run with Mael, and literally any other character that is a Goddess to help benefit for his passive is going to be beneficial. Now this team right here I don't think is a very good team, but this is just to give you guys some ideas. Maybe run, instead of this Ludo here, you run the Red Margaret, right? And then you'd obviously like move her to the front. She could, you know, maybe help with cancel stance. This Elizabeth's really good. Right now, she is actually 500. She will help you in that. When she dies, she's going to give gauge to the team and full heal. So that's like another reason you might want to run her. And yeah, I mean, you know, if you have this kind of setup here, maybe you could even do like, yeah, I mean, maybe you could do Blue Ludo, right? Like you can kind of fit that in depending on the point thresholds. You could actually do that, and then maybe drop this Elizabeth and run maybe this Dana for Liz, right? Just for some extra, you know, basic stats. So yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of variants you guys can run, man, in terms of this setup. But like literally this team idea is Mael and friends, just like kind of the Demon King with friends. It's kind of like that. But yeah, literally Mael and a bunch of other goddesses, and you can make this work as well, guys. So that is pretty much it for the video right there. I just wanted to recommend you guys a bunch of teams that you can, like, you know, kind of mix around and run on Chaos Battle. But it's just to give you guys ideas, man. That's the whole point of this video here, is to kind of motivate you guys to, like, you know, mess around with some other characters, maybe build, you know, like this type of team or that type of team. It doesn't really matter, as long as you are placing, you know, at least, I would say for a lot of you guys, at least top 50 or top 30, I think is a good, you know, percentage to actually chase for. You know, on my main account, I'm probably going to go for the top 1%. We'll see how, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of the idea though, guys. You want to kind of like place around like here. Obviously, like anything higher is really good too. So if you're in like top 5, top 10, that's really good as well. But yeah, man, I just wanted to make this video just to let you guys know what team comps to run, guys. And I hope this video was helpful. So I hope you guys did enjoy. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe as always. If you guys want to see more videos like this, definitely let me know in the comment section below. And I'm gonna see you guys in the next video, man. Peace out and have a good rest of your day, guys. See you later, man.